you're both con men, just taking money from people.
That's how you get to where you are, man.
Yeah, it was like one time I was in Morocco, and these two guys are obviously colluded with each other to do this little hustle of saying, if you're lost, you get lost in the souk, and one says you're lost and one tries to help you, but they're both cousins helping each other.
Of course, there you go.
Yeah, man, and you're the fool.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like with that fight, it was done. It could have been scripted either way. So it seems so obvious to me that in a boxing ring, Floyd Mayweather would win. In a UFC cage, Conor McGregor would win. Like I didn't really buy into the hype of there could be a shock on the cards. You know, like I never assumed that would happen.
But it was just and from that day, it was like this McGregor is quite a character.
Yeah.
And it was like he was actually quite, the trash talking was quite funny in a way, and he was quite charming with it. And the way he actually got at Floyd, some of the antics, I was like, this guy's funny. So he got money and he was doing that. He was out Floyding Floyd with his money and throwing at him. Look at you, go on, fetch it, go and get the money. And I was like, that's just cheeky.
Yeah, I feel like in that sense, he does have something about him.
He's a salesman.
He sold it. Yeah. He's a salesman. He sold it very well. He sold it to the general public. He sold it to everybody for you to be enticed into this amazing hype. And
it was hype.
But ultimately, that's his job as well. Like every fighter, he's very good. What it is, but
he's in a pay-per-view market, yeah. So it is about how much he can bring to the table.
Yeah.
So he can market himself really well, and his character and how he does it. So I know he's got, out of the 6 biggest UFC fights in UFC history, he's got 5 of them.
Yes,
he's got 5 of the biggest pay-per-views.
Yeah, but I feel like
is that why you love him so much?
the reason sponsorships like plow so much money into particular fights is because the onus is on that fighter to sell it. So they have to give everything they've got. And yeah, all right, he is a character in those scenarios, but I just feel like that is for the UFC fans. I feel like the reason why he's known outside of that is because of everything else, all the shit that comes with him. That's why I don't like him, but that's why he's a household name.
Yeah, I think
so.
When he had the fight with Khabib, he sold it. That was so hype. He sold it. You thought he was going to win. He sold it. He got beat, but he was like, yeah, he sold it. And even his antics now, it's like, I've started caring for him. That's the point. It was like,
you started caring for him. Wow.
Caring as in, you want to know what he's going to do. I want to know what he's going to do next. I'm not going to feed him milk and cookies, but I want to know what's going to happen to him next.
When he went to sleep, did you want to put a pillow under his head?
Oh yeah, but he looked like he had a pillow in that fight anyway. And
man, he was gone. Man.
Big up to Poirier for doing that. It was like that was revenge from a fight which happened previously. Big up to him, but he looked asleep. But now I'm thinking, that's what I mean. She's like, what's he going to do next? Who's he going to fight next? Is he finishing it? And it's like 2 years ago, I didn't care about UFC. I was like, I like blood sports, but I'm more into boxing. I wasn't, and I've been to UFC or MMA matches before. They're bloody fights, really bloody. But it didn't capture my attention. But he did. He's made me watch UFC. So it's gone the other way. It was like, I don't care about it. To like, oh, this sport's interesting again.
Okay. So to almost wrap it up then, like what does it take to transcend your sport? Like out of all of the names that we have talked about, what do they share?
I think character for me.
Character, yeah.
Yeah, character.
Yeah.
One, there's ultimately as the athlete, there has to be an sort of an almost relentless determination to be the best while you are doing what you're doing. But then your character has to be bigger than just the sport that you're in. So when I look at the icons of my generation and the generations that come after, I kind of have this very, very high level of, okay, this guy was phenomenal during his time as a playing athlete, but outside of his sport, his character shone through. People like always say to me, why do you love David Beckham so much? I was like, David Beckham was bigger than football.
Yes.
You're like, what?
Yeah. He's one of the names I didn't even get onto.
Do you know what I'm saying? But his brand is bigger than football. But he's also his determination to be supremely good at what like this guy was a pretty boy, dated a Spice Girl, but captained England. Went from being a crosser of the ball at Manchester United to being a Galacticos, to taking football to North America. When he went to LA Galaxy, he made more in shirt sales than they spent to get him there and his salary in 5 minutes. They said that literally the moment that he actually joined LA Galaxy, they made their money back. Do you understand that?
Yeah, that's brand.
That's huge.
I mean, because Beckham, you've said that for me about Beckham. When I think of Beckham, I think of one word: determination.
Determination. There
Above
you go.
Everything.
Above
Determination.
everything.
That drive is,
the drive to keep going. Like he was one of those footballers, and people don't realize this. Beckham wasn't subbed off for many games. If you look at his stats, he was barely ever subbed off. He played 90 minutes at a very high level. If you look at the amount of free kicks he scored, they were scored from the 85th minute to the end of the game because he would still be trying to win.
Yeah, man. In very, very good teams as well.
Yes. And there's not a single footballer that's played with Beckham, I would say, a thing against him. They were like, he was amazing. He turned up for training. He was so professional.
Baller of the week. Baller of the week.
So now it is time to move into our final segment of the show. It is Baller of the Week. If you don't know by now, me and Ken each choose a person or group who've been outstanding in their field, and it's up to Mr. Crisp to judge the winner of the episode. Ken, who is your nominee this week?
I swear, I didn't go first last time because you always come with these ones after I give you a good one and then you just kind of sneak it in. Anyway, but
I can go if you want. I can go. If
no. Mine isn't. They haven't been a lot in terms of ball in the week that I can say. But for me, my ball of the week is simply because I think it was a phenomenal achievement. It was a little bit unexpected. No one really saw it, and the style in which he did it makes him my ball of the week. But I'm going to give it to Dustin Poirier for knocking the hell out of Conor McGregor and putting him to sleep, because I don't think Conor's ever gone down like that. Like sleep. He looked like he was in bed. He looked like someone needed to pull a pillow under his head.
Yeah. He's been memed the hell out of since that.
But exactly. So because of that, and I think just because of the fashion, the unexpectedness of it, how much of a... And the thing is, when you think about it, this guy was like... It was very much... what do you call it? David and Goliath. I know that sounds a bit of a weird one, because if you look at how much they both made from the fight, it's David versus Goliath. If you look at the stature and the achievement or the grandstanding of the two people before the fight,
their careers,
their careers, you can see that it was definitely David Goliath. And I will say this: David knocked out his Goliath really, really well. So that's my baller of the week.
So Poirier is your baller of the week.
Poirier is my baller of the week.
Okay, so. See, I've got a feeling you've got this now, because although he loves Conor McGregor, it's going to be like, oh, it's a massive achievement.
Get on with it.
Conor McGregor. Okay, so I am going back to where I started this show, man. I've got to big up these amateur traders that are shaking up Wall Street, man, because the rich are being played at their own game and they're crying like little babies. And as I said, I love to see it. I feel like anyone who is not a billionaire, so this includes you, Carl, anyone who is not a billionaire who plays with currency like it's monopoly money. No, I'm saying this is this is a win for all of us.
Yeah.
Because we're taking back control of the economy and essentially of like the world like structure almost. So I feel like it could be a momentous time. So we're all winners here. So that's why I think these amateur traders should be awarded baller of the week. And I'm happy to jump on the stock market as well, man. I want to get involved in this. So go on, Carl. What have you got? Who's the winner? Who's taking it?
Trying to influence me there.
No, I'm just saying that we are all on the side of good here. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. I woke up this morning on the side of good. My side was good when I woke up. You don't need to tell me that.
Exactly. My bed is nice. What are you talking about? don't try to sell me some story.
I ain't doing nothing. I'm just reminding you.
Anyway.
Okay. So let's go.
I'm going to give this to. Was it the the GameStop people or Mr. Dustin Poirier?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is going to Poirier for keeping me interested in UFC and the whole world of quality, because it's I was up watching it, but it was interesting.
There you go. Yes, there you
and
go.
This kind of take back control nonsense. Move on. Anyway,
go on, Dustin. Yeah,
Dustin Poirier.
Dustin Poirier. Yes.
When I'm making my money on the stock market, I'm not giving you a penny, Carl.
Hey, I didn't.
Hey, but I thought we can all do it now, can't we?
Exactly.
See how quickly you turned, champion of the people.
Exactly.
We can only do it if we work together, though. That's my point, Carl. So you've played your hand, and that's you.
Wow.
You've made your bed, and you can lie in it.
I will lie in it, and I'll sleep nicely.
I'll be lying in my bed.
How do you know I
full of
haven't
cash.
been playing the stock market for years anyway?
Because I just explained to you how it works at the top of the show. That's how.
I just told you how that shit moves. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway.
No. So yes, Poirier wins Ball of the Week this week. I've lost track of the scores, as I do all the time. I really need to keep
I think it's 3-1.
Okay.
Wow. To him?
I mean, this is our fourth show. No, it's 2-1.
Wait, is it 2-1?
It's 2-1, I think. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
we didn't do one.
I'm pretty sure it's not. But
2-1, 3-1.
We can go back.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Ken's won this show. Get over it.
It's all good, man. We're all still friends. Don't worry. It's all good. So that brings us to the end of another episode. Thank you very much for listening. Please like, share, review the show. It really helps us to get rated and grow our audience and produce even more shows. You can reach us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audio Boom, or wherever you get your podcasts. But until the next one, Ballers out.